Hello guys. So now we have understood about DOM. We will just summarize that why JavaScript needs DOM. Well, JavaScript needs DOM for primarily three things. First is read properties of HTML tag, which means I want to know what are the properties of a particular HTML tag and I can read them. That is for one thing. Second is for modifying HTML properties. That is second thing. And third thing is modify CSS properties for presentation purpose. So these are mainly the three things for which we use DOM. First, let me just summarize again. First, we need DOM to read the HTML properties of a tag. It can be text content, it can be HTML inside HTML, and so on. Then to modify HTML properties. Modify means like we are doing here. Remember in the previous example we did where we were able to modify the content inside the heading for that. And third is to modify CSS properties, which we also have done. Because if we can do these three main things, we can control a lot of things about HTML. So these are the main three things for which DOM helps us. So now, what are these three things? Let me just summarize. Read properties of HTML tag. What does that mean? Well, you can see here the heading tag. And inside the heading tag, we have written, let's learn about DOM, which is the content of the heading. If I want to know what is the content of the heading through my program, I can just write here h1 DOM object, which is actually the DOM object of the heading, like we did in previous example, dot text content. It will give me the text content that is present inside the heading. If I want to modify the heading, I just need to write here h1 DOM object, which is the DOM object of the heading, dot text content equal to the new value, which is here. And then we are also able to modify it. So if I run this program, we will be able to first see what is the value inside the heading, and then we are able to modify it also. Let's try to run this program and see the output. Okay, so here is the program, and I'm just going to click on modify heading, and I'm able to get let's learn about DOM, which is the content of this heading. Now, next thing, I can see the next line, I'm able to set the content to something else, which is heading text content modified, and the same value is now available inside. So you can see now the text content which you see is this value. And that is how we are able to read a value as well as modify a value. We have already seen in the previous program how we are able to change the color using style.css property. So these are the main things by which JavaScript can modify the appearance and the behavior of any HTML tag.